Good morning everyone. So plus 2 commerce, again I am here back with your commerce class. So today we are going to start with chapter number 13, that is coordination. And as the name suggests, the word coordination means to join the efforts so that you can achieve your common goal in a uniform direction and towards the achievement of common objective. So you all know we are referring Mastering ISC Commerce book of Kalyani Publishers. Now many of you must be having or using laptops, mobile phones of Apple company. So following is the real live business example of managers making a company become success by fulfilling the 4 basic functions. So I think you all remember what are the 4 basic functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing and directing. Steve Jobs, the CEO of Apple Computer, helped make Apple become a successful company. In 1996, the performance of Apple declined rapidly. Apple asked Steve Jobs to become the CEO of Apple Computers. When Jobs took control of Apple, he clarified his leadership style and motivated the employee. He also instituted an across-the-board planning process, established clear company objectives. Apple company is a public company. Company's working motto is to think in a different manner. It was founded in the year of 1976 and its founder was Steve Jobs. Moreover, it is a branch dealing in electronics as well as information technology. We all use computers, laptops, mobile phone, music players of Apple company, and it's a company doing its business in billions. So this example shows that Steve Jobs helped Apple to become successful by fulfilling the 4 functions of management. At first, he took corrective actions to transform Apple. Then he created new plans, organized people and resources. New plans is planning, then organizing, using the right leadership style to lead and motivated his employees. This is directing. So finally, Apple, under the leadership of Steve Jobs, became one of the popular and a successful company. So you must not knowing that Apple company was incorporated in 1976. Steve Jobs sold his car to raise startup money. Apple opened an entirely new market, personal computers, that began a new way of processing information. You have got to find what you love. If you have not found it yet, keep looking. So this is the basic logo or the theme on which Steve Jobs worked. PC Apple II went to the market in 1977, and even in that year it was having very impressive sales. In 1984, Apple introduced a new revolutionary PC model. In 2007, iPhone was introduced, and in 2010, iPad was introduced. So, it's a biggest company, and becoming a manager is not easy. Running a big company, making it success, and then gaining so much reputation in the market is not easy. Therefore, it requires several skills, and these skills help managers to carry out 4 functions: planning, organizing, directing, and staffing in the right way. There are 3 main skills, that are technical skills, conceptual skills, and interpersonal skills, which have different importance to work at different levels of management. First of all, we will discuss about technical skills. 3 types of skills we are having: technical, interpersonal, conceptual. Then they are further considered as leadership quality, problem solving ability, planning approach, time management concept, networking approach, and a good self-confidence also. Technical skills are the specific skills for doing specialized activities like engineers, doctors, and other professionals. This skill is quite important for the first line managers because they need this skill to activate their efforts. This does not mean that the first line managers will perform the technical tasks themselves. It actually means they must have the knowledge to guide others, to train their employees, and to answer their problems. Next is conceptual skills. The skill to think beyond the expectations, thinking with reason, having a basic logic behind what you do. It's a skill to allow managers to see the big picture and to fit each and everything in synchronized order. This skill is useful for top managers, then middle, and then line managers. Top managers need to make goals, and this skill is important for them because they have to take decisions. Now, what is a skill? It's an ability in a specific area, proficiency, expertise in a particular area. Conceptual skills, ability to produce more ideas. Human skills, ability to talk with people and convince people and developing relations with them. Technical skills, ability to use process of technical knowledge to deal with equipments, tools, machines. So, top management is focused on conceptual skills, middle management, human skills, and operational management, lower level management with technical skills. CATS has given 3 skill approach: conceptual, technical, and human skill. In supervisory management, technical and human skills are high. In middle management, conceptual skills are medium, and in top management, conceptual skills are high. Then the third skill is interpersonal skills, a skill to communicate effectively with and understanding other people. This skill is important at all levels of management because all levels of managers need to communicate and cooperate with others, and this skill can help managers to deal with other organizations, resolve problems, and easily motivate the employees. All the 3 levels of management have to lead their teams, people, And this is the reason skills are very important to be performed at all the levels of management. In today's business world, managers need these three skills: conceptual, human, and operational skills to become successful. For example, Mary Kay Ash, Mary Cosmetics, she is the founder of Mary Cosmetics. She works with the employees throughout the organization, and she has been very successful in her ability to motivate employees, to inspire loyalty and vision for the firm. This company was incorporated in 1963. It offers skincare, personal care and cosmetic products. 2,75,000 salesperson has been working under this company name as beauty consultants. This example shows CEO of a company needs all skills to work at all levels of management, whether it be interpersonal, human or operational skills. CEO of a company basically needs conceptual skills because that CEO is at the top level. Mary Kay Ash has effectively used all her skills and make company a great success. So we can conclude here that managers need the company to achieve its goal by following management, planning, leading, organizing and controlling. Also, with a combination of these three skills in the right way: technical, conceptual and interpersonal skills. A good manager must have all these skills to carry out 4 functions in the right way and help the company become successful. Look at the example given here. We are giving the example of clinical skills. The skills required at a clinic where you deal with patients, you show them your care, understanding, you are bridging a gap in between you and the patient, going to know about their needs, understanding them, providing them with motivation and good spirit. So in such a clinic where you have to deal with lots of patients, you need human skill. For running it, you need top management skills, conceptual skills, and for the operational objective of all the machineries used in your clinic, you need technical skills. For example, Allwyn Company, established in 1942, was the first company to produce a double-decker bus. It was running successfully as a leading electronic industry, especially in refrigeration industry. By the end of 1980, the company faced the problem of coordination. There was a lack of balance and integration of activities. No activity was balanced, that at what time it should be done. No activity was integrated, not linked with each other. So, company faced huge losses, and by 1993, company had an accumulated loss of 1.168 crores. Company failed to balance its departmental activities and product folios. So, before proceeding with the chapter, let me first introduce you with the learning objectives. Introduction, meaning and definition of coordination. Coordination as a pyramid. Elements, features and importance of coordination. Types, principles and techniques of coordination. Problems of coordination. Steps of effective coordination. Process of coordination. coordination and cooperation, and last is coordination as an essence of management. So in this chapter, the terminology which come across you is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, coordination, essence of management, reciprocity, BTI approach, vertical coordination and horizontal coordination. So let us first do the concept of different types of coordination. So we all know we have different types of coordination: internal and external coordination. In an organization, the efficient coordination of internal and external components help in reducing the complexities troubleshoot in the organization. Organization experiences an increase in productivity at micro and macro level with a changeable environment, with a group building approach to compete with your competitors and to perform all the tasks or activities so assigned. Our body can function efficiently when all its parts work in harmony with each other. So we all know our body parts work in contact, work in harmony with each other. Such harmony is also essential in organization. Modern business organization is based on work division, dividing into departments, authority in one hand, different departmental heads, and assigning the power to others. Different departments achieve the common objectives of an enterprise, and at all places people work in different capacities to approach for their problem solving. Under this complex system and structure, multiple dimensional system of organization, cooperation with minimum confusions, contradictions, conflicts should be there. So by the examples we come to know that coordination is not a separate function of management. Like we have all these 5 functions of management, coordination is also a function of management. It is an integral part of management. It is important in all functions to perform. In planning, coordination is essential to ensure harmony between organizational goals and plans. In organizing, coordination is essential because it's a state of coordinating, putting things into proper order, a combination of different functions or parts which are required along with authority and responsibility. In staffing, coordination is important for matching talent of employees with the jobs assigned to them. In directing, motivation and leadership ensure functional harmony. In controlling, coordination is achieved by ensuring actual results conform to the desired results. Every function of management is an exercise in coordination. So, like in planning, what is the need? Objectives, policies, procedures, methods. In organizing, what action should be taken? Like work division, assigning works, utilization of authority. Next is actuating, that is how members should perform their duty by leadership, communication, development, incentives. How are the actions performed according to plans? By preparing reports, comparisons, costs and budgets. So, what is coordination now? harmonizing, synchronizing, and unifying individual efforts towards a common objective. Coordinating is the process of integrating and harmonizing the activities of different individuals and departments for the fulfillment of organizational objectives. According to Theo Heman, coordination is the orderly synchronization of the efforts of the subordinates to provide proper amount, timing, and quality of unified efforts leading to the stated objective for the common purpose of the enterprise. Now, if we compare the meaning and definition of coordination with approach of dealing with patients, so in making a circular scenario a circular representation, we come to know that 64% patients avoid one or more duplicate tests in a year. 49% report medical error. 9% have drug interactions. 25% not coming to the hospitals. 26% only coming on special days. 28% reduction in their visits. 29% dealing with home health episodes. 36% reach or seek admission. 84% said that this kind of coordination helped them to remember important items and appointment. 65% said they felt more engaged in their healthcare experience. Like if you visit a doctor, they notice your number and then they give you notifications that today is your appointment, please come on time. If you have any problem, consult us, WhatsApp, Facebook. So all that is you need to consult on. So what are the various elements of coordination? First of all, it's an orderly arrangement of group efforts. It's a continuous and dynamic process. Dynamic is changeable. Its purpose is to secure all the actions together for achieving common objectives. Coordination is the responsibility of every manager. Coordination does not arise on the spot, but it is to be created through purposeful activities. What are the various principles of coordination on which coordination works? That is early start, direct contact, reciprocal relationships, and continuity. Coordination should be done right from planning, that is from the beginning. Coordination should be based on reciprocal relations. That is what you will give if I'll provide you this. If I give you food, what you will give me in return? I'll give you job, what will you give me? That is reciprocal relations. Coordination should be continuous, it should be dynamic, and it is achieved only through direct personal contacts. Now we will talk about care coordination. That is coordination in hospitals, coordination in crutch, coordination in several activities, coordination in different departments, coordination in different activities. So in care coordination, we need a psychiatrist, outpatient therapy, substance use treatment, community-based programs, targeted case management, and assertive community treatment. Now, when we talk about coordination in work, coordination in methods, we can have a list of factors which can affect coordination at different steps. Planning and execution, decision making, distribution of work, protocols. Protocols are rules and regulations. Artifacts, that is, the persons who are involved in adopting the measures of coordination. Interdependence, that is, flexibility, output and resources used in coordinating activities. So, when we conclude our lecture, we come to know that coordination is creating unity of action in the efforts of different parts of an organization. It is an essence of management, but it is wider than cooperation. Coordination is done in large size organizations. It needs specialized efforts and it is based on human nature. It depends upon the following principles, that is early start, direct contact, reciprocity and continuity. What are the various techniques which are used in coordination? That is clearance of goals, programs done in a single direction, clear authority, sound communication, effective leadership and voluntary cooperation. So, I hope the starting of this chapter is clear to all of you. The meaning, features, principle and elements of coordination. Read page 355 till 359 of your book. Do follow the given correlated link here to have more understanding of your topic. Also, answer the given questions. First, define the term coordination. What are the features of a well-coordinated enterprise? How do you maintain coordination? Third, name the elements of coordination. Last is, what conditions are to be satisfied in order to become a well-coordinated business enterprise. Thank you.